Right at 10 o'clock and 3 seconds after we
Right at 10
transition.
oh 10
Hello,
o'clock and
everybody.
3
Welcome
seconds
into
after
Tuesday
we
night,
transition.
December
Hello,
16th
everybody.
already,
Welcome into Tuesday night,
2025.
December 16th
Kids Out
already,
Live with the three
2025.
Musketeer homies. I
Kids
mean, the
Out Live
homies.
with the
We
three
have Rich. We
Musketeer
have
homies. I
Greg.
mean, the
Don't bother
homies.
me. I'm
We have
eating
Rich. We
something.
have Greg.
And we
Don't
have
bother me.
Sam with
I'm
a
eating
nice little bike
something.
trail
And we have
background.
Sam with a
Welcome
nice
in,
little bike
gentlemen.
trail
And
background.
Greg.
Welcome in, gentlemen.
And Greg.
Welcome in, gentlemen.
And Greg.
Welcome in, gentlemen. And Greg.
Yep, I heard Sam, Rich. Thank you, Rich. Let's go look at chat real quick since there's a lot going on over here in chat. You guys are just going to have to wait, okay? Just hold your thoughts just for a few minutes. Tony Wallow was first. He says, good evening
Oh,
at
we're supposed to say
9:06.
something?
No, no, not at all. Sign language. I'll get in trouble for that too. Oh, well. Anyway, Tony was first. He says, ha, first. And I said, not my best. I said, not my best on the trailer, and it wasn't. I wanted to use that song, and I'm going to give a big shout out to Scott, who recommended the young lady who collaborated with two other young ladies, Cena Drums and the other girl I'd never seen before. Fantastic song. It helped that I liked the song. It helped that they did a great job of that. The trailer link is in the description, and I can get you the link to the full thing if you would like to watch the whole 5 minutes, and I think it's 15 seconds long. Trailer's got to be under 3 minutes, so I had to chop it up and put together the parts that I like. I've always liked the drum solo toward the end of the song, and she did a good job of that. Very good job. Rick Lakes was next in chat. That would make him second. And Scott was third. He says, hi, everyone. Sam says, hi, everyone. Scott says, Abbey Road. Yeah, it's off of Abbey Road. Greg says, I'm here, but tried, couldn't sleep last night. Um, I actually slept okay last night, and I got up kind of sort of early. Then I was like, why am I up? So I laid back down. Friday, I got to be up. I'm going to be at the license branch to get my license at 9 when it opens. And then I'm going to go Christmas shopping because I believe Saturday we're doing my son's Christmas. That's not been confirmed yet, but I think that's when we're doing it. I mean, Christmas is next Thursday already. We're supposed to be 60 some odd degrees on Christmas Day. And if my little local golf course up the road's open, I'm putting on my Santa suit and I'm playing golf. And yes, I will record it or live stream it or something. Um, Scott says hi to Tony. Tony's saying hi back, it looks like. Rick says hi to Scott. Mike Wojak's in the house. Hello, Mike. Good to see Mike. I did speak to the guy that had the um, problems last night with the Nightbot and the emojis, and I did reset it again tonight. So we'll see how that goes. If anyone decides non-moderator, if they pop in and give it a shot. Um, he cracked me up because, oh, that was your channel. He says, I forgot what channel it was. And I explained to him that it was Nightbot and, it was all goofed up. So I doubt that he comes back. If he does, he does. If he don't, he don't. These things happen. Oh man, anybody have anything interesting going today? Yep, same here. Good to see we all lead basically the same amount of lives.
I slept from 3 to 6:30, and 6:45 I fell back asleep till 8:45.
I talked to my brother on the phone a good hour and a half earlier today while he was at work, and he says, "Hey, let me call you back when I get home." I'm like, "That's fine." And then I thought, well, I'll catch a little nap. So I laid down, and I no sooner laid down, my phone rings, and we talked for another 2 hours. Um, until I seen what time it was. I was like, "Do you have any clue where your daughter's at?" She gets off at 6, and it's 8:30, and I have not heard from her, and I'm hungry. I I had to go get dinner. I didn't cook anything for tonight. I had Burger King. It's 2/10 of a mile away, and it was okay. Not my favorite place, but I didn't want to really go anywhere far. It was a sandwich and a drink, so it satisfied my hunger. And he's like, no, I don't know. And then we talked about their Christmas parties coming up next week and little things about the car. And so far, I'm not getting any resistance. I talked to her tonight about the oil's getting ready to be needed to be changed. And she says, I'll pay for the full thing. I'm like, cool. So I'm going to take it to the most expensive place I can find. That'd be Honda, and have them change the oil. I think it's like 120 some odd bucks to go to Honda, seriously, to change your oil at the dealership. It's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's Honda. You're paying for the name. I mean, it's 5 quarts of oil and a filter, and they don't even rotate the tires anymore. It's terrible. Good to see Tony in chat. He gives me 4 of the blue laughing icons, and Tony's a moderator, so he's going to be okay. I think we determined that it only affects people that are non-moderator, and I'm not going to ask for volunteers to lose the mod status to go in there and see if you can put 10, count them, 10, actually 9, because I think the 10th one will trigger it, and see if it doesn't time you out. Actually, it shouldn't time you out at all, because I did make a little change in the settings that I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to work or not. So we will see. We will see. Haven't heard from anybody today. I did hear from John Williams. John sent me a text. John is fine. Just wanted to pass that along. Long Dog is in the house. Hello, Long Dog. He said, I'll be here. You be there, I be here. I had your dinner tonight from BK. We're going to start talking in letters and letters only. BRB, LOL, ROFL. That's about all that I know. Anybody got anything else anyone throw in there? No. Same here. Cena Drums is very good. She has a lot of covers. And yeah, I've been following her many, many, many years. I don't know the exact number, but I remember running across her when she was about like 9 years old. Very talented young lady, not only on the drums, but a bunch of instruments. And there's another one that I followed. I can't remember her name. She plays primarily the bass, and I kind of lost track of her. I was impressed with the 4 artists on that, and I had not seen the other 3 ever, so I'm going to check them out as well. Check out the adventures. Yep, check out the pack, the Philippine American couple. I was on his live stream just a little bit ago, passing the time between phone call and relaxing and trying to get in the spirit of doing my stream, so to speak, and trying to put together the thumbnail, which, yes, the thumbnail, it's tongue in cheek, by the way, in case no one can figure that out. It's a thumb, okay? You know it's a horrible thumbnail when you have to explain it and you get no reaction to it. Yep, John is busy. He and I texted. I sent him a message. I said, hey, man, I just want to know you're okay. That's all I said. Not having heard from him yesterday at all, I just wanted to make sure he was good. And he's good. So that's good. And I appreciate Scott's recommendation to check out that channel he said last night, as I do all of your guys. Is if you guys think there's something I should see, put it in chat. Let me know. Send me a message. Send me an email. Heaven forbid, send me an email. I'm going to start emailing myself. Why not? Cena's 20. She's 26. Wow. So now I got to do the math in my head. If I started following her when she was 9, 15 years ago, my goodness, how time flies. Is that possible? That's the second thing today that's been brought to my attention that I didn't realize how much time had passed. The other thing was something that happened 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I still lived in Illinois. And after I was like, are you sure? And after we sat there and discussed it for a minute, I'm like, oh yeah, hold on. My 2 gray cells are talking to one another. And I believe you are correct. But 15, 26. So I'm trying to do the math in my head. Yep, 26. That would be right. Wow. That was back when I was searching things. That Young and Hundreds of cover songs. Yeah. And really, the only one I know she ever got in trouble with was Led Zeppelin. She got in trouble for doing a cover of a Led Zeppelin song. And by trouble, YouTube took the video down or something. I don't remember the whole story. But she petitioned YouTube to help her out, and she got it back. So, which I thought was really cool. I think it was. I'll think of it in a minute.
Whole
This is
lot of
where we.
love.
No, it wasn't a whole lot of love. I think it was ZZ. Is it ZYX? Is that one of the or XY? No, it's not XYZ. I think it's XZY or ZYX, one or the other. It's an instrumental song, and it features John Bonham on the drums, which she's pretty daggone good. I mean, she's no John Bonham yet, but man, she's good. Watching her a long time. Yeah, I've obviously. I mean, God, I didn't realize she's 26. Just got what appears to be an email from Long Dog, who now see this is truly the way the world has gone. Long Dog is on a YouTube live stream, and I do see his message that I sent. Not sure if I should send you. Not that my chat filters by anytime quick, because it doesn't. It says, should I send you a picture of what? Not sure how I'm going to deal with it. I'm guessing that's what the email was. I'll check that out in a little bit, unless you absolutely request an answer now. And if you do, let me check my book. I may be too busy. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm using technology. All right. Do you request an answer now? And if you do, just send me your credit card information, and I'll run it. And if it doesn't bounce or anything, then you'll get an answer. Um, and you do know I'm kidding with you, right? Although I was running some really silly, strange mathematical things today in my head. I was taking things and dividing them by 365, come up with what it would cost on a daily basis. And I'm not real sure where that came from. One dog's been staining the outer cabinet with various combinations of white stain. Every brand has their version. Doesn't seem to. I don't know. It looks all right to me. What is your specific question? Let's go that route. What exactly oh great, I've lost you too. Oh, there it is. What exactly? Missy's channel's in the house. Hello, Missy. Good to see her. Do it later, not change the direction of the show. Ha! What direction? Direction of the show? Oh my goodness. We have direction here? I watched Missy the other night and she was explaining the thing that she does, which will come to me in a minute as soon as she tells me what it is she does. Um, I want to say PlayStation, but I know it's not PlayStation. It's not a game per se. Help me out, Missy. I'm begging. I'm lost. Story of my life. But and she told me one time what it is too. Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
Xbox. No, it's not. Long Dog says Xbox. No, Sims building. Yes, but are you using a computer? I thought you were using a not Sega Gen. Oh my God, Long Dog, you're showing your age. Sega Genesis. Holy cow! I remember those.
How about Nintendo?
I remember Nintendo. Yeah, Atari, Commodore. Pretty soon, pen and paper. I know, Rich. Huh? PC. She's using a PC. Intel or Mac or AMD. She's never going to come back. All these questions we're asking, we're putting her on the spot. She's not going to want to come back and visit. Um, I seen a guy today advertising an AMD system here locally in Indiana, and I think it was probably 6 or 7 years old. He wants $400 for it, but he says it's a great gaming machine. I'm not a gamer, but I don't think so. Windows, okay, Intel, cool, very very good. We don't I we don't judge here. If you want to use a Mac, that's fine. If you want to use AMD, that's fine. If you want to use Intel, that's fine. Great guy's got an AMD machine. I'm Windows. Jeff's got
I
an
got an
Abacus.
Intel and an AMD.
Yeah, I know. Um, Rich has got a computer and he's not sure what it is, but we're okay with that. And Rich knows I'm just messing with him. You know, I send him my $9 a month to pick on him. Long Dog says, not a machine that age would not. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's clearly someone trying to scam someone out of $400 and put $400 in their pocket right before Christmas. Um, Not maybe is the case worth $400? Probably not. I mean, I know there are some cases out there that people pay an exorbitant amount of money for, but who knows?
He's not hooked up right now. Someplace I got a Raspberry Pi.
I would check the oven. That'd be my first place to look.
Second generation.
Well, just because it's an old pie, I mean, that actually sounds pretty good. I was talking to a person today about my diabetes, and they were recommending all kind of foods to eat and all kind of foods not to eat. And some of the foods, mostly fruits, sounded okay, and a couple that sound like they're okay to eat, like bananas. Bananas are allegedly really good for diabetics because they have a lot of potassium in them and your cramps. And she was like, "Oh no, no, never eat a banana." I'm like, "Thank goodness I don't like bananas." Avocados
Well,
sticks in my mind.
my mother-in-law, who was a nurse, was ate a lot of them, and she was type 2 diabetic. In fact, lost section of leg.
Ouch.
She got her artificial leg. It was about halfway down under one knee, and within a week or two, she was clumping around the house.
So she adjusted to it pretty easily then.
Right. Well, she was pretty tough. She was an Army nurse in the Second World War over in Asia.
Very
Then
good.
after the war, she had a career as a cardiac care nurse at the VA hospital in Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Long Dog says, according to the great Carrie Holzman, cases have no value and should not be thought of as being unique or a great value. I can see that. Cases according to him, you should have cases according to him, and you have to see the last video from a couple days ago. He really hammered on people that get hung up on a case. Well, people get hung up on different things. I mean,
Well,
your money.
Kerry is one of those guys, as he likes to tell us, who was in it as the business. And business customers just need a bare bones functional case.
Yeah. Something to hold their hardware. Yes.
Although what surprised me, Doug last week had those two custom built machines. One of them was a see-through glass case, about like mine.
Yeah.
Now, I
Scott
didn't get
says,
mine, I got mine because I saw it and it was a good deal on it.
doctors worry about too much these days. Oh, I agree. I 100% agree with that. That's why I like my doctor. She seems like she's down to earth and she's got a lot of good common sense. Finally, I have a decent doctor from the VA, and I'm really hoping she never leaves for quite a long time. I reckon Long Dog is saying I should eat bananas. Well, I should for the potassium. I understand that. I don't. I'm not a big fruit eater. It was recommended I eat avocados, and I probably can tell you on one hand how many avocados I'm going to eat in a year. I can probably tell you on one finger how many avocados I'm going to eat in a year. Not a big avocado eater. Now, if it was some kind of miracle, it's going to help with the diabetes, as we know it cannot be cured, then I would consider it. Hell, the next thing you know, Alex is going to tell me I should eat okra because that'll cure my diabetes. Not going to happen.
Yeah, my mother-in-law ate bananas. My wife did too, although she was not diabetic. And in fact, she got too much potassium at one point, and the doctor told her to quit eating bananas.
Yeah, I would say I have something going on. I don't know if it's a necessarily potassium imbalance. I got one cramp last night that I actually had to get up and walk off. And then the second one, I was like, that's nothing. Nice try. Try again.
Now, is it magnesium that it
Magnesium's
will
part of
also
it as
cause
well.
cramps too, or I mean,
That's
lack of magnesium?
what they say.
Okay, I don't know.
That's what they say. And there's more in banana than taking a vitamin that's labeled with potassium. I know I've dealt with it for years. I can't afford bananas anymore. My brother and I were talking about the prices of how things have gone up today. He was telling me he went to Kroger to buy something. He said it was like $5.99 for what he wanted to buy. He said he can't afford that. I'm like, put yourself in my shoes. I spent $63 at Walmart the other day and really didn't buy anything. I bought a couple things that I needed that are non-food related, um, and I bought maybe 5 food items, $63. So
Bananas here in Smith's right now are 55 cents a pound, and they've been as high as low 60s in the past. Usually about 59, but they're a little cheaper
I
right now.
haven't looked at anything like
Why?
that in such a long time.
I eat lots of them, but I only
55
buy
cents a
3 at a
pound's a good
time. I
price.
don't like really ripe ones. I'm like Alec. I like green bananas,
Water.
almost
Scott's
green.
saying I need to drink more water. Yeah, I probably do need to drink more water. I think I drink about 3 or 4 bottles of water a day, which is this size right here. And I only
It's
know
not
that
bad.
because I refill them.
It's not bad. I don't drink that much water in a day. Unless you count the juice I drink, it's mostly water.
I try to drink a lot of water, and I'm trying to cut down on the coffee, but that's a
I drink
tough one.
lots of coffee and drink quite a little bit of cranberry juice.
The coffee's a carryover for me from like military days. I mean, I drink a lot. I drink a lot of alcohol and drink a lot of coffee. Alcohol at night, have a good time. Coffee in the morning to combat the coffee from the night before. I had an E7 when I first got promoted to E5. Old Sergeant Rogers, Sergeant First Class Rogers. He comes up to me. He's like this. He goes, "Congratulations on becoming a sergeant. Now, I want to tell you something. Just because you're a sergeant doesn't mean you're going to walk around all the time with a coffee cup in your hand. You're
Which
holding
he
a
did.
coffee cup in your hand, telling me I'm not going to hold a coffee cup in my hand." Years later, he and I would reconnect in Germany. We were stationed at Fort Ord together. It's kind of nice running into him. We actually got to work together again, and that was really cool. I always liked Sergeant Rogers. He's a good guy.
I think our first sergeant, when I worked in New Orleans, was a guy named Jack Schmidt. Big fella. One of his fists was as big as 2 of mine. And nobody messed with him. He was airborne and hated being assigned to what he called a straight leg unit.
We were military policemen, Long Dog. We were both 95 Bravos. We started out, when we got back together, we started out working on the within the MP unit, and then we both got requested to go elsewhere, and that was an honor. I think he got requested before I did, and I think I may have been the last straw in the hat. I don't know. I don't, to be honest. Didn't care. I got the duty that I wanted out of it, so that was really good. It was in Germany, so day duty in Germany is not good for someone that likes to drink alcohol at night. Let me tell you. Beautiful country, by the way. Would go back in a heartbeat. I think that's one of the few places I would actually strive to go back to if someone would say, "It's like anywhere in the world you'd like to go back to where you've been." So, Korea, nope. Japan, nope. Germany, probably.
Hmm.
Stripes, yes. Yeah. Bill Murray, John Candy, Can't think of the Harold Ramis. Wasn't Harold Ramis in Stripes? Pretty sure he was.
Ramus, he was in Ghostbusters, right?
He was in Ghostbusters too. But how do you read signs in Germany? Um, I don't know. How do you read signs in the United States? Rich got it. It's international signage. You just have to get used to what the symbols mean. I mean, instead of miles per hour, it's km, kilometers per hour. Instead of a stop sign, sometimes they're not. But you know, I do what, Rich?
We were in Germany.
Where was I in Germany?
No, I was.
Oh, you were in Germany.
With
I
the
thought I
parents.
recognized you all this time. Man, I apologize. Where were you at in Germany?
Well, Munich, because you had to fly in. And I don't know, we were traveling around. But one of the things that I felt is so funny, now all the exit signs, it starts with the name, but I don't know the word. You think of the city, but it actually means exit.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
it
it's
was.
been so long. You said something when you said Munich that made me think. Now, I would, if someone said, "Hey, where would you like to go anywhere in the world?" Whatever, I would probably pick someplace that has the Olympics at it, because one of the greatest experience I had was when I was stationed in South Korea. Was I got to attend the Seoul Olympics, and it was free. I mean, I think that's when my love of free stuff started in. We had to pull duty one time to qualify to go to the Olympics for free, and you got the entire day, do whatever you want, many events as you want. And I saw the United States basketball team play. That was a given. And I snuck into the track and field. I mean, I found out later I didn't have to sneak in, but it was fun sneaking in. Gymnastics. I mean, them people they're athletic. I don't care what people think and say. Great experience. Hodo Ri, got to meet the dude playing Hodo Ri. Hodo Ri, by the way, was the mascot. I need to find my pictures from there and share that with you guys.
Um,
Good experience.
So
what-
your MOS was
Oh.
what? 31 Bravo?
95 Bravo. Military police. 95 or 94? Yeah, 95.
I Googled it and it
Pick a
says
number.
MPs are 31 Bravo.
They may be now, but they weren't back then.
Yeah, I know some of it was changed. I was working as a 71 hotel, although
I mean, I was back in the Civil War, so, you know, things have changed since then. They may have reclassed it into that. I have no idea.
I know how you read a sign
Oh.
in Germany.
it says, huh,
You have to put down your Stein.
in fact, both of them, 31 Bravo was formerly coded as 95 Bravo.
So they've recoded it then.
So which one were you, 95?
I was 95, yeah.
Okay.
Does it say when that took place? I got out in 92.
Hold on, now let me look it up on Wikipedia with you. Starts out with the Revolutionary War, like you were talking.
Yeah, I remember those days well. I had a question from the other day. Hang on, Rich.
Okay.
I had a question from the other day. One of our participants was in chat and apparently serving in more than one of our military services, like Navy, maybe Air Force, I don't know. But yes, that would be Greg Guy. And he served in the Army. And the Army said, just get out of here. And then a few days later, he joined our United States Navy, and he was stuck on a ship. Never mind. Yeah, that was Greg. Army and Navy. 20 years in the Navy. 4 years later? 4 days later.
4 ships.
Oh, 4 ships. Well, they
It
didn't
does-
like you, did they? Man.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It says Wikipedia says currently 31 series, formerly 95 series. Doesn't say when it changed.
Huh.
And before that, 1677.
I'd go to Italy, Scott. All right, Rich, your question or your comment was?
Well, going back to the glockenspiel, the clock, we saw that. But the stop sign in Germany is STOP, stop, which got, wasn't halt or stop, which I thought was very strange.
Okay, I'm confused. Let me clarify this here. So the stop sign in Germany is STOP,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Okay.
It's not written in German, it's written in English.
I'm glad you said that because I was getting ready to say, what is the stop sign in the United States written as? Is it not STOP?
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay, I'm just asking for myself. This is not for a friend. This is for me. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up.
So Scott says 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy. Oh yes, anywhere but the Philippines. Probably going to avoid the Philippines for quite some time, and I'm sure if one person is watching, she is not going to understand that. But I've had my run with Philippines too. I failed. So Italian women, sure, why not? Let's get out of the Asian culture. Let's go somewhere else. How many more wives can I have before I am no longer breathing? We should set a goal.
One, just one.
No. Pretty sure I will never be married again. I don't see that ever take. Will I shack up with someone? Yes. Will I live with someone? Oh wait, that's the same as shacking up. Yes. Um, sure, why not? I mean, this is 2025. We're no longer looked down upon doing that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Would I like to travel the world? Actually, I would. Takes money and a passport. We'll see. Next subject. Somebody name something, anything. Anything. Let's keep this going. 33 minutes. 30, almost 34 minutes.
I haven't actually named anything ever.
You have never actually named anything ever?
No, I mean, I haven't named like a new plant or animal or whatever.
Is that on your list of things to do?
No.
How many children did you have?
Who?
Kid number one, kid number two, or child one, child two? I mean, if you've never named anything, what did you call your kids?
Well,
Jeff goes, good point. Let me think about that a minute. Tim P. Cruz is in the house. Hello, Tim P. Cruz. You were missed today on another channel. You were actually mentioned today on another channel. Long Dog, in the late 90s, around the time the Marcos regime, when it fell, I worked with a lot of Filipinos that came from the fall of the regime. One was a cop. He had, I bet he did. I imagine he did. I'm not ruling out. I'm not ruling
Okay.
Filipinos completely out.
Here's a veterans website that says they changed it in 1999.
Okay. I got out in 92.
All right.
Tim P. Cruz wants to know, oh, really? Whose channel was that? Whose channel? What about? Well, $9.99 credit card, recurring monthly, and yeah. No, it was it's the one you've been hanging out on lately. You were first yesterday, I believe. I think I was first today, which surprised me because I got started late on stuff today. He basically had to get the hell out of Dodge, I assume, especially after some of the stories. Yeah, I imagine he was corrupt. I mean, I don't know the man, and I have no idea, but I'm sure a lot of people in a few countries when their country failed, they wanted to get out of Dodge and come to our country, which is really interesting because they come to our country for a better life, but then they put our country down and degrade our country. I've never understood that. If it's so rough where you're at, why did you leave? Why come here? And then why do you put us down? Number one, and then number two, why do you change our country to be like your country? Just go back to your country. Get on the boat, paddle away, and get back. I missed the show, but I'm off tomorrow. I'll be able to make it tomorrow. Cool. That'll be good. You have an operation. You need a machine to keep breathing and developed into the Gulf War. Where we made portable ventilators secretly. Okay.
Look like noodles and something, noodles and beef,
Oh.
or rice and beef.
I see broccoli.
No, Spanish rice with peppers in it and shaved barbecue beef.
That's what that is in the background. Barbecue beef.
Yeah.
All right.
Cut
You eat a
real
lot of
thin.
rice, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat rice. I do just I didn't eat a lot of rice to begin with, but now I mean I'd like to get a new picture of me on your live stream, Kenny. Oh, he's calling me Kenny now. Okay, Timmy. What do you mean you want a new picture? What where do you see your picture at? I'm confused. Help me out. He'll email me. Let's see. Tim's down in Texas, so he's got to be in the central time zone. And the way the new freaking stupid studio is, I can't see the central time zone because it's got something right there in the middle of it where I can't see it. So I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. Tim Tech. That's John Williams's picture. Oh wait, maybe your picture was above it. Yeah, just send it to me. I'll remember how to put him in there. And I do want to change the clock set. There's so much I want to do on the side. Yeah, I figured out you were talking about the clocks. But again, I can't see it because I don't monitor this. However, I just now noticed in OBS I have the clocks. Huh, who would have figured? So bear with me a minute. I'm going to look at these. Okay. Not helping, but I'll get it taken care of. I just don't know how to change. I mean, I know how to change the clocks. I just don't know what direction I want to take the clocks. I think it's kind of cool. We've got the homies broken down into their time zones and with a picture, with the exception of a couple of things I throwed in there. Don't know anybody in the mountain daylight or mountain district or whatever it's called time. I guess I could get rid of that one. We don't have anyone from Arizona that I can think of.
We used to.
We used to have a couple of people who join us from Arizona. And the one guy, Tom, I don't know what happened to him. I know he was going through some health. CST. Yep. And there's Alex. I'm going to watch it in depth this time. There's Mr. Cheek. There's Robert Michael. The next one popping up now is Rick Lakes. Too bad I can't highlight those. I bet I could if I really tried, though. And then John Southern Exposure. I could maybe take that down now. Oh, I don't have a picture for Tim Tech. I have John. Okay, yeah. Why don't you have a picture? Probably because the link between where your picture was and where your picture got moved to is broken. Yep, just email me. I'll fix it. Sunset was 1 minute later today. We want CDT. Here we go. Is it? I guess I do need to change it. Is it? Oh my gosh! I thought we just went back to standard time. Oh no, Scott wants it to stay on daylight time, year round. Maybe you can show CST.
You've got a mixture right
Doubtful.
now. You've got standard and daylight, depending on what zone.
Well, the I believe BH Ringer told me it's still ADT. And of course, we all know DDP is Doug Betts time, and that's just a fictitious with Doug's picture. I had to have something to put in that slot. And then IDT, I believe, is the Israel, and I have no idea if it's daytime or daylight, or I have no idea what it stands for.
You got like
Yeah, Tim, send me a
NDT,
picture.
which
I'll
is
fix it.
Mountain Daylight, and then you've got Pacific Standard and Central Standard.
Yeah, I probably ought to get rid of the Mountain Daylight. We don't have anyone from there. I don't like 4:20 p.m. Yeah, you. Um, I mean, the days are going to start getting longer, and like I think Rick made a comment about snowfall, and I said, you know what? I would be okay if it didn't snow between now. If the next snowfall happened next Halloween, that's soon enough for me. Seriously. I mean, we all know my fondness of snow, and I don't necessarily dislike snow. I just dislike snow on my driveway. It's about the daggone driveway. Although I did when I went to Burger King tonight, our street in the addition is still got snow on it. And it's fun to drive on it because you can slide around and have some fun. Every other street in here that I was on, the two other ones, they're bone dry. Nothing. No salt, no sand, no water, no snow, no nothing. Yet the one in here where we pay people to clear our street for us still got snow on it. It's ridiculous. Maybe I should become the HOA president. All right, the meeting will come to order. Rich, what house are you living in? Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I didn't mind being on the board, but I would not want to be the president of the HOA. Nope.
I'm surprised with everybody paying that in their dues that nobody's bitched about it.
Bunch of old people. They're all retired. They don't care. Just another bill to them. Scott said they had 40 degrees today. Thought about getting shorts back out. It's
Well, I don't
comfortable
know.
here.
I'm retired, and if I were paying for something, I'd want it done. Otherwise, they could take it out of my bill.
Yeah. I hear you. But in the entire time I've lived here, they've never cleaned the snow ever. And I mean, one year we had a good lot of snow, 6, 7 inches of snow. Or maybe Long Dog says something about an envelope. Let me go see Long Dog. There's a word that is often used in sales. I believe it's spelled grafting. In other words, the word would be, give me an envelope and a shot. You talking about maybe a shady deal under the table? Is that what you're referring to?
I've heard it referred to as both graft and grift. Or grifting.
I've always referred to it as a bribe. I mean, I'm not educated. It's a bribe. You know, another
It's
one of
kind of
our
an old-fashioned word. Haven't heard it used much in recent
kind of how
years.
the squeaky wheel gets its grease. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, grifting. That is.
Yeah, I don't know where grifting came in. That's been used in recent times, but
Isn't grifting
graft was
affiliated with?
like an early 1900s word. I mean,
I thought
related
grifting
to
was kind of related to con artists at one point in time. A con artist used to be called a grifter.
yeah, oh, yeah.
What little bit of things I do pay attention to, which
What's the difference between
this is
grift and
about
graft? To
if it
grift
comes
is
back with
to
2 letters, I'm going to laugh. Actually, it would
grift
be
is to obtain money illicitly, as in a con game. Graft
okay.
is something as money or advantage gotten in a dishonest way. So there's just a subtle difference.
Tomato, tomato. I mean, basically
Mhm.
the same. I learned the word when I was dealing with some salesmen, and they would like me to purchase certain things, but then the store didn't necessarily need them. But I'm hung
Another
up
one
on a
says the
wire.
difference between grift and graft may come down to whether the person committing it is taking advantage of an official position.
Okay,
Whatever that
I can
means.
see that.
Well,
I'm going to hang around tonight on the Zoom until about midnight because 15 minutes from now will be 8 o'clock in Las Vegas. So I'm going to catch the NCIS out of Honolulu. So you
yeah,
guys
when
are
I came
stuck
home
with
from the
me.
store, Ken, the main police car down there was gone, but what was curious is that at one point there was an undercover car there. This
Huh.
is 2 blocks up the street. There was a van still there, but didn't have any labels on it. But I was told earlier by a neighbor that the coroner's van was up there. I'm just waiting to see if I see something on the local news, maybe.
Yeah, we had that happen on our block. The guy stole the car out in Henderson, as a matter of fact. And of all the places in Las Vegas he chooses to go to, was on Sailor Street, 4 houses up from where I live. And he didn't even know the people. Pulled in their driveway. Then he had a weapon. He had a pistol. And then they killed him. The police shot and killed him because apparently it was deemed later he actually wanted to commit suicide by cop.
Mm.
That was the longest 12 hours of my life because I couldn't get lucky being the 4th house up and the caution shape be ending at the 3rd house up. Nope, it's got to be on me. So I couldn't get out of my driveway. And I had to take Warner to work. And I'm like, can you guys let me out? I'll go opposite of the crime and, whatever. One cop said, nope. Common sense, dude. Unroll the tape, let me out, I'll hang a left, I'll go. I'm not going near the crime scene. I don't care. And finally somebody came over with some common sense. He says, yeah, we can do that for you, sir. He says, however, you will have to park on the street when you come back. I said, that's fine. I don't mind that. And sure as hell, when I got back, the tape was still up and I had to park on the street. So
Well, when I drove straight up the street, okay, my house sits like right here, and right about 10 feet over is the street running 90 degrees to it. So I drove up that street and made a right turn, leaving to go to the store. That's when I sent you the message saying I'd
right.
be late. And the road was completely blocked. I had to back around and go back another way.
Yeah. Robert
But by the
Michael's in the
time I
house.
got back, that street was completely clear. There's
Wow.
cars parked along the edge, which normally aren't there.
Undercover cars?
No, there was a white van and a truck, and I mean, I don't know what.
Hello, Robert. Robert's in the house. He says, unsure if this guy knows what he's talking about. I don't. I spend 15 seconds a night scouring the internet to see what sounds like a good topic to talk about, and that's where we go. I got video of that night, and it's horrible because I didn't understand how things worked back then as far as your camera goes on your phone. But you can get the idea of what's going on. And locally today, here in Indiana, in the southern Indianapolis / Greenwood area, the FBI was knocking on a door. And there's all kind of rumors and speculation as to what it could be. And finally someone said, we will find out when it gets reported either in the newspaper or on the news. Y'all need to stop speculating and accusing your neighbors of things they may or may not be involved in. So that guy had that was not me, by the way. I read it, but they weren't knocking on my door, so that's fine with me. 49 minutes. This is good. We made it nearly an hour. We're slowly building this up for the next 14 days, and then I'll have to make a decision on the 15th day what we're going to do. And when I say we, I mean what you guys are going to do, because I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here like this. Now, when I shift my eyes, can you tell I'm shifting my eyes?
Yeah, a little bit.
Scott, something for a friend. Okay, so go back to Robert's comment. I don't see anything from Scott. It says for a friend. Yep, Tim, I got it. I'll take care of it after the show ends. I did get the notification on my phone. That's all my notifications go to my phone. YouTube goes to my phone. My mail goes to my phone. Everything goes to my phone. I don't understand it. I don't get nothing on the computer. And I did question my niece and I said, "Hey, what'd you do to my phone last night?" I didn't do nothing. And I showed her exactly what I think she did because I can no longer get something on my computer, but I can get it on my phone. Well, I didn't do that. It's RoboForm. No, it's not RoboForm because then I went to another site on my computer on RoboForm and it worked just fine. Well, I don't know. So I got to work on that. Anyway, let's go see if what you call it. I know how to fix your computer. I'm not buying a router. That's out. Let's see what else. How humor me, Tim. How do I fix my computer? Zoom will have Robert's presence shortly. YouTube notification before the show, 1 minute before the show. That doesn't surprise me. You're supposed to get a 30-minute notification. In 30 minutes, people will be live. You're supposed to get that. What browser do I use? I use Opera. I use Brave. I use Firefox, and I use Google. I can help me. Just tell me. Tell me. I may have plans for tomorrow. You think it's a browser notification? Because they're all set to be on. I think it's a YouTube problem, personally. Now I am migrating still from Google to Firefox. There's things I like about Firefox. No ads primarily. And I pointed out to the homies earlier today, I had an 18-minute live stream recently. 18 minutes. That live stream had a 2-hour and 56-second ad at the end of it. You don't think we're being screwed by YouTube? Trust me, we are.
Speaking of ads, I'm in Firefox and I turned off uBlock Origin before I started watching tonight in case you were doing anything. And I have not seen a single ad without my ad blocker running.
And you won't during the live stream. I do not run ads during the live stream.
So what do you do? Shut off monetization during the stream?
And as soon as I end it, I go in and turn it right back on. Yes, I do.
Well,
And I do that for the people that watch that don't have ad blockers and don't have the ability because it's a pain in the
ad blocker to give you 2 pennies. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm going to check that one later because we checked it today and through today I'd made 5 whole cents off that show. And I made that 5 whole cents on the night that it was live. So that means somebody was watching it after I did it because I don't run they're off.
They came in later.
How many people stuck? Me. I watched the entire 2 hours, Scott. Now, I'll get in trouble for this, but I'll tell you the secret behind, well, the story. It's not a secret.
What do you
Jamie's in the house. Hello, Jamie. Had a great night. Normally I get a notification, but nothing. I see. I had a great night. I didn't get notified of your live stream. Therefore, it was a great night. But
notifications are screwed on YouTube.
Oh, I'm telling you, they are. So back to the 2-hour ad. It was Peppa the Pig on my. What have I got in common? Nothing. Anyway, I watched it because I'm watching it on one of my other 2 fictitious names that I have, strictly so I can watch my stuff, so I can keep my watch hours built up. And as we now know, I get the watch hour, I get the ad revenue as well, which is never going to amount to squat ever. YouTube will figure out one of these days that it's me, and they'll get rid of that. Until they do, I'm going to continue to doing it. It's every little bit helps, so to speak. I'm trying to get that $100. Good evening, Jamie. Good to see you. Hopefully things are going good your way. Still want to know what an unbothered avocado looks like. I believe that was your homework assignment too, by the way. to show us a picture of an unbothered avocado. Better yet, can we see a bothered avocado? Let it play and walk away. Yeah, basically, Scott, what I do is on the DaVinci machine is I'll start it up under that name, and I'll start 4. I'll move them over to my other screen. I'll use the little box thing and make 4 run at a time. Then I'll take the 5th one and I'll put it in the middle of that, and that way I can monitor it all, so that when they're done, I can hit the like button. I can put a little comment down there and get rid of it. Hopefully, I'll get to go through all 2,388 videos I have, and maybe, just maybe, things will stay okay for me. I don't know. I really do not know. I actually have 4 accounts I can do this with. And I don't want to be greedy. And it's timely, and it's consuming. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Unfortunately, Jamie got here right at the end of the show. Let's see here. I think that's the command. Things are great. Just got the baby to sleep, and my neighbors down are arguing in their driveway. Take a video. Send it to me. I'll upload it. I need content. I'll put a disclaimer in there. I can neither confirm nor deny that this video came from Unbothered Avocado, parentheses, Jamie, who lives in. I'm just teasing. No worries. Don't need to do it. Here we go. Is this going to work?
Silk and satin, feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step, a whispered tease. Moving slow like honey bees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Oh, oh. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Flow, flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
Still haven't changed that. All right, that'll wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for being here. 58 minutes, 27 seconds. We haven't gone an hour in quite a long time. Good night, Mike. Good night, Scott. Thank you guys for being here. Hope to see you tomorrow night. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, kstout00m@gmail.com. And send me an email, ask for the credentials, or send me an email. I know you want the credentials. Or if you send me an email and says, don't send me the credentials, then I won't send you the credentials. I get it. I'm a big boy. I can handle things. While we were away and you guys were watching the outro, the question came up of where the dancing girls came from. And the dancing girls came from the movie All That Jazz. I got a scene in there that I like, put it in my magical DaVinci, and with the assistance of Greg Guy, we fixed it, and it looks really, really good. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the homies, Rich, Greg, Sam, Jeff. Hopefully Bill's okay. He'll join us later. Rick will be here later. Robert said he's going to join. Robert, do you know about what time you're going to join? I may have a project. I'm kidding. I will be leaving at midnight, though, which is in 1 hour. Good night, everybody. Don't forget Rick Lake's tomorrow, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, noon. Not going to tell you which one. Bye.